everybody, welcome back to the Portable Gamer, welcome back to Farming Simulator 17, and welcome back to Gwenddwr. It's still day one, and I don't know, you know how I play. I get things done and then I speed through the day, and then we get things done the next day. So what did we get done? We got all of our fields plowed, and we've got our 140/90 back at the farm. So yeah, we've got 22, 7, 8, and 9 all plowed. I got a second layer of fert on 22, 7, and 8. So we need to get a second layer of fert on field 9. And I got field 22 cultivated with the MB track. The MB track now has the fert spreader on it, the pellet spreader. It's over at field 8. So what we're going to do is, we're going to drop this plow here. We're going to pick up our cultivator, which is right there. We're going to haul it over to field 7, 8, and 9. Get it going on course play, probably in field 7. We're going to hop in the MB track, spread fert on field 9, and then drive back to this side of the map, and we'll either throw some fert in our grass fields, and there's a lot of those. You know what? Hang on, before we say that, we've got, oh no, do we have another arable field here? 15? Is 15 arable or grass? Oh, son of a... All right. Well, most of the plan will stay the same. So what we'll do is we'll drive over and we'll get the Fiat going in field 15. God, I can't believe I forgot that. We'll throw fert in field 9 and field 14 while we're over there, and then on the way back we'll hit field 4, field 3, field 1, and field 2, and we'll call it there. So we'll just get some fert going. And if the Fiat gets done in field 15, and it may, then we'll bring it back over here and grab our cultivator. Hey, you know what? We just improvise. We just wing it. Whatever happens, happens. How's everybody doing? I'm having, today's Wednesday for me, and I'm having a fantastic Wednesday. I hope your day is going good. Hope everything is good where you are, and everybody's staying safe. Can't believe we say that to one another now. I don't know. I guess that really does help to illustrate how easy life can be sometimes, how good it can be, you know, and we forget that it's not always going to be so good. So hope everybody's staying safe. I hope you're all doing good. And what else is going on? Yesterday was a fantastic gaming day for me. I had 2 new titles drop. I had F1 2020 drop, and I had NASCAR Heat 5 drop. F1 2020 is really, really good. NASCAR Heat 5, you know, it's all right. It's okay. It's more of a game than a sim. It's fun in its own way. So yeah, I've been playing those. I also did a Motocross Grand Prix weekend in Sweden. I did a MotoGP weekend in Thailand. Almost at the end of my season in MotoGP. I have a contract for next year. I'm going to stay in Moto2 for another year, but I have a contract all lined up. I just started a new year, a new season on the 450 in Motocross Grand Prix on a big old Husky 450, FC 450. So enjoying that, and now we've got F1 to play with. We've got some stock cars to play with. I'm in the Gwenddwr truck series. I didn't want to start with dirt, and I didn't want to hop right into a cup car. So we're going to do a truck series. It's not going to be on the channel. It's NASCAR Heat 5 is not the kind of game I would bring to the channel. But yeah, driving the truck, and what else? I think we're going to be coming out of beta on the truck sims. That's good news, and hopefully we'll have some DLC for the truck sim. That's good news. So yeah, man, there's just all kinds of good gaming stuff going on. We had a little bit of a lull, I would say, like April, May, and June, but I feel like it's starting to pick up again. So yeah, it's been a great gaming week so far. And I guess F1 2020 dropped on Monday. It's supposed to be on the 10th. That was the official release date, but I got it a little bit early because I pre-ordered it. So it pre-downloaded a few days ago. All right, this is going to be tricky. So why don't we do this? Why don't we set the brake, turn those on, turn that on, just to be safe. And this is field 15, is it not? Yeah, this is field 15. So we'll get these gates open. Let's hop in the MB track. And what we'll do is come over here. We'll get fert spread in this field before we plow it, so that after it's plowed, we can spread fert again, right? And we'll have 2 2 layers in. That gate is open. We'll have 2 layers down, and then if we use a planter or a drill that throws fert as well, that'll be 3. And if we do not, we can just, I don't know, we'll throw some row crop tires on one of these rigs and spread fert or spray after we seed. Okay. Oh, there's another gate over here. Wait, this is field 15 as well. Interesting. All right, let's just go in here. Why not? We'll explore a little bit. I got a little trailer for this map. I went with Metal Tech. I try to limit myself to only trailers that have the MR conversion, and that Metal Tech does. And I know it's not, again, maybe not typically a brand that you would see in this part of the world, but let's continue to have a little fun with this map and do some things that we don't always do. I feel like the way things went with Agra OC, like this map, if anything, may be a little bit smaller than Agra OC. I just felt like the way that the geomod came together on Agra OC, I felt like it was going to be too slow for the channel. But I was really looking forward to some of the equipment that we could use on that map and some of the variety, because so many of the UK and Irish maps that I play, we tend to use the same equipment. So it was nice to use things that were a little bit different, and instead we'll use those on this map, even though it is a UK map, a Welsh map. All right, so we can turn around back here and then head right back down the center. Yeah, I'm glad I saw this when I did. Man, it's not that I don't care or I don't pay attention when I'm farming. I just like to kind of, we have a loose plan. We have an approximate plan. We don't have a very specific plan. And so, we get surprised. It's fun to be surprised. I got a comment from somebody asking where is the silo on this map. And, I do this, I swear, every save game that I start, I do this. I forget that we start with crops in the silo. We don't have pigs, we don't have cows, and there are no hay bales put up anywhere. So it's not like we could really use those crops for food, right? The only thing we would use them for would be pigs, I guess. And instead we'll sell them, right? I forget that we even have them. And we can sell those for money. Now, we're not broke. We're sitting on 180K, and we don't really need to buy anything at the moment. I think the next thing we'll need to buy is probably a mower to get into some grass work. So we're not broke by any means. But when you think you've got 30 or 40,000 in the silo that you can sell, 30 or 40,000 pounds worth of crop that you can sell, that can really help out sometimes early days, early game. And I just always forget. So I got a comment from somebody saying, hey, where's the silo? And that reminded me, oh, I got crops I can sell. But also, I don't know where the silo is. I think I found it, and I'll show it to you momentarily here. So if we go here, and we want to do field work, we want field 15. 3 headlands. Generate me a course, please. And we're going to start right over here. Beautiful. Yeah, we'll get this going, and the MB track will pull that cultivator, and I know because I did that one field already. This is a little tight here. Got to kind of, run our plow through the hedge. We made it though. All right, so we go here, we go here. First waypoint, stop when you're done. Let's see how they're doing. Looking pretty good. And I'm going to hop back in here before we take off and just confirm that we do have this set to 4-wheel drive. More realistic really gets kind of confused when you're plowing, when one part of the field is plowed and right next to it is not, when it's got half the wheels on a plowed surface and half the wheels on a unplowed surface. It kind of gets unhappy. What was I talking about? Oh, the MB track. The MB track can pull that cultivator. I know that because we did the field over by the yard. Is it this one? Next one. So what we may do is get fert on this field and then get fert on those grass fields. Go back and grab the cultivator and continue on, come back over here to this side of the map and continue cultivating. But I think the fiat will be done with that field fairly quickly. Probably not in the time of this episode, but fairly quickly. So, yep, this will be done momentarily. I guess we'll just get those grass fields. We need to explore that part of the map as well. We've been around the yard. There goes my voice. 11 minutes. Not bad. We've been around the yard, and we've been over here near the BGA, but we haven't been toward the, I guess that would be the northwest part of the map. So maybe we'll head over by the store and just throw some fert on those grass fields until we run empty. And we can either head back to the yard and refill. We do have, I think I mentioned this, I was curious if there was a fertilizer trigger at the yard, and there is. So we won't need to haul fertilizer over from the store anymore. I brought that one pallet over, and we can use it just to get rid of it, right? Just to get it off the map. But we won't need to bring any more of those over again. And we do have a bale sell point right on the farm. So if we're making hay bales, I mean, I don't know how many hay bales we'll need for our sheep. Probably not many to start, say 12 or 16. So the other thing we can do with that grass is, well, if we have a rake, yeah, we can rent a loading wagon and just bring it down here to the BGA. It's 17, so we already own the BGA, and that's, I don't know, it's just sort of easy money. Or we can make hay bales and sell them at the bale sell at the yard. So we've got options. The nice thing is, because we're not broke, we don't really need to be kind of worried about money. If I was worried about money, I would be thinking silage already. We're going to have a lot of grass. We're going to have, if we make hay from all of it, we would have so many more hay bales than we could ever use. So naturally we would sell those. But rather than being sort of worried about it already, like, oh, you know, what, we got to do something with this grass. We got to make money. We got to sell it for silage or whatever. Instead, we can sort of think about what we want to do because we're not that broke. Now, we'll see how broke we are after we buy our mower and our tedder and our rake. I don't think we can buy a baler right now. I think we'll lease a baler. I mean, really, we could lease all of that stuff. We could buy more sheep and lease everything else, right? So we wouldn't have all that equipment. Although, no, that doesn't really make sense because we're going to be doing at least 2 cuts yearly, and we've got a lot of grass fields. So I think it does make sense to buy as much of that as we can. And I would think that's everything but the baler. Okay, so now hopefully, whether we make hay bales and sell them, or whether we make silage from grass and sell that, hopefully whatever it is that we do, we recover the investment that we make into our grasswork equipment. Hopefully we recover that fairly quickly. I don't know if we'll recover it in a year, but between wool and whatever it is that we sell, silage or hay bales, whatever it is that we sell, hopefully we can make that money back fairly quickly. So now, let me see. We're down to 160 liters. That's really, that's not a lot to do. Yeah, that's not a lot. That doesn't leave us a lot as far as what we can spread this on. Field 14. Field 14 we got already, did we not? Save game. Yeah, field 14 we did. That's this one right here. We did fertilize that. We did. Okay. So I guess, I mean, field 2 is pretty small. And it's the furthest corner of the map. You know what we could do? Hang on. Let's just do this. Let's go get field 2 and see if that runs us dry on the spreader. And then we can buy a pallet of fert since we're really at the store. We're right next to it. And then hopefully we can get all the fields on this side of the map done. So we're not backtracking. So we're not going to the other side of the map to the yard to fill up and then coming back here. I know it's a couple £1,000, but I think we'd be paying for FERT on the farm anyway, right? When you refill from a trigger, most map makers set it up so you do pay for that. All right, let's just do that. And this is field 4. We determined there's no gate on this side. Field 3, there is. Sort of. Yeah, I see a gate over there. All right, so field 3 we get into from this side. Field 4, there's 2 gates in the hedge to get into field 4. Okay. That's making sense. And I think we already went back to field 2 already, didn't we? Yeah, episode 1, I think we kind of explored around back there. So if we go here, no traffic, so you're going to see me greasing a lot of stop signs and yield signs. All right. And we've got the grazing animals mod activated. Does that mean when we buy sheep, as long as the grass is growing, does that mean they'll feed themselves? If that's the case, that's even more that we could sell for silage or hay bales. Okay, something to think about too. That is, I think that might just be a kind of a decorative field there, or we could use it for placeables. Interesting. All right. I think, yeah, there it is. Oh, that's a nice illusion right there. That's well done. All right. Yeah. Typically there's like a tunnel or something, but that's the edge of the map right there. Nice. All right. So we'll get this going, and then where does... That doesn't go anywhere. Or I guess it goes to a forest. Okay. And we could do that too. Our luck's been hit or miss with forestry. We did really well on Holzer map. Gazelsberg. We did really well on Gazelsberg. We tried it again on the Western Shore and didn't do nearly as well. All right, and this is crop grass. Yeah, it is. I assumed it would be. All right, we are taking a beating on the frame rate right now. I don't know what it is that we're looking at. Might be this forest. Yeah, it might be all these placed trees. We're kind of getting beat up right now. All right. Hey, you know what? That happens. And looking now over here, it's possible that we can get into this field from the other side as well. Sort of from the sheep farm side. Yeah, I think that might connect. Okay. If it does, I assume that it does. If it does, what we'll do is we'll leave the way we came in, because we need to close that gate anyway. We'll leave the way we came in, but then next time we come into this field, we'll come in through this gate. Yeah, that's the sheep meadow right there. I can see the troughs. All right, we're out. We ran dry. So we'll go fill up at the store, and we'll come back and get this field. And then I think we'll probably get field 1, and we'll go ahead and call it. And I will finish up getting the cultivator swapped over to the Fiat. I'll do that off camera. And next episode will be, who knows what we'll be doing. We'll figure it out next episode. All right, so we'll pull this up right here. Get this closed. Was it? Oh, it was, yeah, it was Gazelsberg. Gazelsberg was the map that had the gap all around the outside of the map. I'm looking over here at this little creek on our left, this little water feature. And Gazelsberg had, behind the trees on the edges of the map, there was like a big drop-off. And you couldn't really get to it, but bales would roll into it. And one of the smaller, lower grass fields, I ended up with like a dozen bales, round bales, rolled into that gap, and it just absolutely triggered my OCD. It was the worst. All right. So we'll get this backed up, and I want to say we spawn right over in here somewhere. So if we stop that right there and go to pallets, and like so. And I think this thing holds 1,000 liters, at least. All right, so we'll lower. And then we'll suspend our disbelief. Where are we at on time? 20 minutes. Yeah, I think this will work. So if we have the grazing animals mod, and I want to say that in the notes for the map, I did read that that mod is enabled in the map. It's included in the map, so as long as you have the mod running, I think. Oh. But we'll see if we get animals eating their own grass. Be great if they did. All right, so we'll pull this up right here. Can we get through? Yeah, we'll have to go through all these gates to open. It might be, in the future, it might be quicker to go back around the way we went into this field the first time. Man, this map is, it's intricate. There's a lot of little, you know what I mean? There's a lot of little ins and outs. I like it. All right, so we get this open. Like so, right there. Yeah, I'm glad I found this. This was suggested to me, recommended to me by somebody in Discord, and I do appreciate it. It's exactly the kind of map I was looking for. And what's the other one? Is it Drumard? Or Drumand? There's an Irish map that has this similar kind of feel to it. I spent a lot of time on that in 17. Right, and what I'll most likely do, yeah, let's just pick up where we ran out. Just to keep things simple. So we'll flip around here. Right? Continue on our way. I know. A crazy overlap right there. This little strip down the middle, I'm going to leave that. There's no need to, you know what I mean? No need to double up both sides and get all that overlap there, get all that overspray there for that little strip. We'll leave that. But we will get this one. And I suppose I could have even come at this from 90 degrees and gone across it rather than up and down. But you know what? It's only pixels. Just a game. I'm going to pull this all the way out into the driveway, and then I'll come back and close all 3 of these gates. And then we need to go find how we access field 1. It might be... Yeah, it might just be right across the street. Right across the lane there. I'm also curious to see where animals spawn. I feel like there are a lot of things I can see on this map, a lot of features that seem like they're going to be active. Yep, Holzer map was one of them. And also on the Western Shore, where the animal trigger is, at least for the dairy, is sort of far away from where the animals spawn. And I know on Holzer map, it's like the animals spawn in another county. They spawn really, really far away. But I kind of like that. So we've got, get this closed. We've got, this is our, we just came out of it. This is our sheep meadow proper right up here, right? But then across the way here, you saw we've got some sheep grazing right over there. And then over here, this looks like, you know what I mean? On the map, it's all static. But it looks like there could be something happening over here. Looks like there could be a little activity. So I'm curious if we get animals spawning in all of these places. Now, how do we get into field 1? There's a gate here. That looks like it might be a trigger. It's identical to the one on the farm. This gate opens. Is this how we get into field 1? Oh, you're tricky. I like it. I do like it. It's a complicated little map. A lot of detail. Nicely done. All right, so we'll get field 1 fertilized, and I think that'll be it for today. Yeah, I think that'll be about it. But yeah, we're kind of chipping away at this early days, figuring out what we want to do and how we want to do it. All right, so right back in here. Break is off. Right out here. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if something spawns in this yard. I also wouldn't be surprised if it's only decorative. We'll see. And then I also, before I go back, I also need to get field 3 and field 4. And that will leave, the only fields that still need to be fertilized are the fields on the other side of the map, over by the yard. And field 15, I guess we need to get a second layer on there. So, yep, I'll do this one off camera. I'll do 3 and 4. I'll leave the MB track here. When the fiat is done, I'll go down and take care of field 15 and then move everything back to the farm side of the map. Okay, that works. Where are we at? 27 minutes? Yep, we should be done with this right about 30 minutes, we'll call it. What a cool little map. I'm glad I found this. I'm glad it was recommended to me. All right. So right around here, like so. Yeah, this map is, when you look at it, it's easily 75% grass. And I guess that's accurate to that part of the world. Well, I guess this part of the world, right? Because we're in it now as we're playing it. This part, that part. I think that's accurate. So everything, I don't know, it all just fits. It works together nicely. I like it. All right, so we'll make a big swing that way. Spray fert all over the yard, all over the animals. Get back around the corner here and we'll call it. All right. Caught on a barrel. Nope. We're free. There you have it. Thanks for stopping back to check out the Portable Gamer. Thanks for joining us for another episode of Farming Simulator 17. This is Gwenddwr. We'll see you next time. Take care now.